Morning, everyone. This is Chicks T. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Coach Caren and our money mindset tips. I just want to say to everybody that we are excited that this is the week of Thanksgiving, and we want to wish you all Thanksgiving. And we want to remind you that we won't be here tomorrow, but we'll be back this week and we'll just celebrate a lot of gratefulness. In the meantime, I'm here with Coach Caren, all the way from Toronto, Canada, your money mindset coach. She's got your mind on her your mind, but her mind on her money and her money on your mind. Okay. In addition, we want to say hi to Francine, who is our producer in the background, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. We want to give a shout out to her and thank her for all that she does in producing the show. And let's get this party started. We're going to be talking about your money. What's our topic today, Coach?
Uh, we are just finishing up this month
Hmm.
where we continuously talking about mind and money. And today we're going to talk about why is health and wealth so interconnected. So we're talking about
Oh,
today why it's interconnected.
I like that.
And so
Because
today,
it's true.
yes, it is. It is. And today I'm going to go through a bit and give some brief examples so that you can pull from it. For those who's
Okay.
joining us live and on the replay, that's what we're talking about. We talk about money all month, but mainly we look at it from the mind point of view. And really, that's where it all starts. So that's why all November, that's what we're talking about. And really wanting to get you on track so that for the new year, you're going in with actually knowing what it is that you want to do. And everything you want to do, it has to start the year before. If you want to get up early, you got to start the night before. If you want to have a good week, you got to start the day before. Everything, it's before. Okay, that's what happens.
Mm.
And I'll tell you why. Before you were born, your mom had 9 months to prepare for you before you came here. God is not silly. He does things. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And guys, if you just follow some simple things that he set out, you're going to see some change and different. And listen, we all fall down, so I'm no different. But if you fall down, you get back up and you get there, you get moving and going. Don't let anything keep you down. Don't stay down too long. All right. All right.
Hi, Lakeisha. Lakeisha's here.
Keisha. Hi. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to do a brief scan of what we do this month. This month we started off with mind in the matter of the mind, and we talk about living your dreams and that it was given to you and you alone. Even if somebody's selling the same thing you're selling, don't worry about that. Your dream, what was given to you was for you alone. And what that means is that you get to present it differently because of your magic, the stuff that God put inside of you. And so you're not to worry about other people. And then the next week we touch on what do you do? You know, how hard you work and how soft you fall. That's what that really meant. Okay, giving yourself permission to be messy before you get to what you need to get to. Forget about perfection. Everything is imperfectly perfect. Forget about perfection. You practice to get better at, not to get perfect. You get perfect, you're in your comfort zone, and you do nothing. So you practice to get better, and you better your best. That's what you keep doing consistently, as long as you're on this face of the earth. And then week 3, we talked about are you doubting the simple things of life? Because life is really, really simple, and then we complicate it. If you see how simple kids do things, you will notice. And if you have never sat around, go visit somebody with kid. You give them a newspaper, a cartoon box, and some simple pots and pans, and they will have a wonderful time versus anything you'd buy in the store. It's so simple. You need to really get to the simple things and run your business from that point of view. That's what we talk about. Not worry that it's too simple so you can't do it. It's simple enough to do, get it done. That brought us to that's right away up to week 3. So now we're on week 4. This is no end of November. It's Thanksgiving for you guys in the USA. Tomorrow everybody's gonna be giving thanks and talking about it. But this is like the before Thanksgiving. So have fun with your family and make sure you're really processing all these things because one don't negate the other. Sometimes we get all tied up in that and we're forgetting certain things and we say, well, I had Thanksgiving on Thursday, so I'll probably lay in on Friday, and maybe Saturday I wouldn't do anything. And yeah, especially if you take the rest of the week off to prep for tomorrow, I still want you to think about your business because you gotta. Right, Terry?
Right. It's it is. It's difficult,
And
sometimes to not get distracted. I'm a witness to that. A lot's going on in everyone's life, and we tend to acquiesce to the pressure of having all
yeah,
of these different, so that you have to. And I think one time you talked about being flexible. This is where the
yes,
flexibility really comes in,
yes.
because life doesn't always run according to schedule, even, but we
Never,
do
yeah,
need
it rarely ever does. It rarely ever does. That's why you got to be flexible, but you got to be stern with yourself, and you have to say to yourself, 2 hours out of this day, I got to get X done, and then you do it. Because
one.
when you do, you already thank yourself in the next few days, and that's why you have to, excuse me, pull from whatever is happening. And sometimes whatever is happening around you might be telling you something to pull from, or
Mhm.
teaching you, well, it's definitely teaching you a lesson in how to behave. Every challenge that come your way is saying, here's what life offer up, and while in the midst of everything that's happening, here's what you still need to do, because this is what life is offering up to you, right? And I always look to the positive. When I'm deterred, I look for in there and see what good happened, because there's people, like if I had to keep my granddaughter because she couldn't go to daycare, I said, well, I'm the kind of grandma that have all my energy. I'm lucky that I can run around with her. I'm lucky that I have the space that I could take the day and not be penalized because the parents can't. You know,
Mhm.
so that's the
Exactly.
positive side of it. Yes, I would rather not, but she's lucky to have me. They're lucky that I'm available. In this regard. So I look at that positive side of things. All righty. So today we're talking about how your health and wealth interconnect.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to go, I would go all the way back to like the farmers. Anybody who is farming. I'm not a farmer, but I have relatives who were farmers. This is how they made their livelihood. And the people who are farming, of course, they're feeding themselves and eating the natural stuff. And their health sort of kind of get taken care of because of their schedule. It's probably involuntary, but it gets taken care of, and they're eating well because of it. If you take somebody off of the farm and you bring them
Mm.
to town, you'd notice them developing weight. You'll notice them kind of spreading and doing different things because now the body is not doing what it used to do before. And now it's well relaxed in that comfortable place. And yes, great, 2 weeks, a month, maybe even 6 months. But after then, you better get up and get going. And I remember after I had my first son, I was 21 and I was looking for not necessarily a gym, but I was looking for a place where I can mingle with people of that mind frame. And
Mhm.
I wanted to get back into dance. And mind you, had left dance like about 6 years before pregnancy. And so I started looking for people who was older and still dance and just start talking with them. And or people who had kids. That was my goal. People who had kids and went back to dance. Like, how do you do it? How you get yourself back there and what have you. And through a friend of a friend, she introduced me to somebody. She said, listen, she's got 3 kids, Karen, and she's dancing. So go sign up. And I went and get audition and got on the group and started dancing. And that was 3 days a week. But I know I wasn't fit like the rest of the dancers. So now I had to go find another outlet so I can actually get my body back to where I wanted it. So I joined this group of people who, this guy was a tennis star. And so his workouts was ridiculous. But I needed to push myself so that when I get on the dance floor, I could be flexible and I could do what I got to do. So with he was about 5 months at a time. And I got right back in there and doing it. And I'm telling you this because my brain wanted me to feel comfortable. And I want to just look at my finances
Mhm.
because, mind you, for a full year, I couldn't work. So I was being depleted of my
Mhm.
finances. I'm a saver, I understand finance, so I had my monies, but I was watching it go down because I couldn't work. I couldn't get
I hear you.
sick for 9 months. And then when I had the baby, so I had to recuperate before I could get back onto business. So you
Mm-hmm.
see, I'm talking about how it really entwine with each other. I'm going to give you some questions in a bit, but it really entwine with each other. So you have to have your mind established and understand. And you ladies know I say this all the time. It has to be you that you're looking after, so your business could get looked after, right? If you're not looking after yourself, I'm going to repeat that again, your business ultimately do not get looked after. You might think you are looking after your business, but you're not if you're doing a disservice to yourself. So what's the disservice? If you're not healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, it is really hard to be good to your business. It is really, really hard. You're definitely going to be suffering financially because every turn you make, and I was younger then, everything you do takes longer because you're too tired. And weight makes you tired. It's hard to say that to people because people say you can't tell a thing bad about weight. I'm going to speak for myself. Weight makes me tired. It takes more energy for me to do something when I have more weight on me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just me personally. Maybe other people, it doesn't do that to them or they get used to that. So it's okay. But for me, when I over there where more than I'm comfortable with, I'm not even going to say a number, but where I am more comfortable with, I could say my number, but I'm not even about the number. It's so much of how I'm feeling about it. In my younger years, 120, 125. I go past that, my knee hurts, and I am feeling too much. And as I got older, I want to be at 135. I feel good there, maybe 140. I went on the scale and I weighed 180. I was freaking out. Okay. Freaking out. And I know my kids and I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? Why are you freaking out? I'm freaking out because it's not a weight I was accustomed to. But for some reason, no, I know the reason, there's no some reason, I start getting comfortable with myself. So I allow that to happen. And
Mm-hmm.
other things happen with that weight gain. Other things happen. I slow down in certain areas. So I have to stop and check myself so that I could feel better about me and perform to my 100%.
Okay, so how does this affect our business, Coach? How does this affect how we operate in business?
We feel drained.
Okay.
Before everybody's talking about being burnt out, we feel drained.
Okay, well, I know I've been feeling sluggish. So I'm wondering if this is because of my getting comfortable with the numbers.
Because we put in so much pressure. The
Mhm.
mental pressure, physical pressure is one thing, but the mental pressure is so depleting.
Of
It
running the business, you mean?
of yourself and running the business, but it
Mm,
starts with yourself. It depletes your energy. And
mm-hmm.
then you can function at the top level that you know you can. And again, everything takes longer. And so if you're taking longer on something that doesn't need that amount of time, then it's tiring for your brain. It takes your
Hmm.
energy away. So you can't be as productive anymore, which means you can't bring enough income in your business, especially for the people who this is what they depend on. And they're wondering, why am I not being able to do X, Y, and Z? So it's always, you got to look at your business, yes, but you have to take a step back and say, what are the areas in my life that's affecting me mentally right now? What causes me when I see something, I get overwhelmed or I feel like I can't accomplish it and it seems too much? Like deeply, what really is it? Because surfacely we can point it out, but deeply, what is it? And then once we identify it, what do we do about it?
Hmm.
Have to identify it to fix it.
Okay.
And that's the reason why health have a real effect on your finance. And likewise, when you're financially set, and I said this I think last week too, or maybe Monday, when you financially set, if you notice, if you were to watch, there's a lot of people just get big. People say, you suddenly get fat. No, it was climbing, you just didn't see. Or you feel sluggish, or you feel a certain way.
Hmm.
Because now that you used to do when you weren't financially set, you had a different mindset, A. B, you have started to be comfortable, and it's never, I feel comfortable today. It's over time.
Mm.
And so
Okay.
every step of the way that you're getting more comfortable and more comfortable and more comfortable, what is happening? You have to find out what's happening. And we don't see it until there's this big gap. Like I didn't gain 40 or 60 pounds overnight. It's over time I
Yes.
gain it. And it's over time things happen to our business. It's never just the one thing that happened to our business. Like outside it's pouring rain and it's windy like crazy. The only thing in my brain was telling me after breakfast, Karen, this is time to go under the covers and just work from your bed. I don't work from my bed. So that's not happening. But my being wants me to go live because
Mhm.
the weather outside is just telling me this is the cozy time. This is what you do. This is what I like to do. I had a baker like my bed. But that's not what I do.
Ah.
But because it's somewhere deep inside of me, it came to mind. It
Mm.
presented itself. It presented its case to me. And I'm like, it's not happening, but it still presented its case. It presented its case 3 times. It's not happening, but it still presented its case to me. When people started to make money, and not even big money, just comfortable money, you could pay your mortgage or your rent, or your mortgage or rent, or your mortgage finish paying off. You don't have to pay for your car anymore. The money you're making, you're making it, but it's not really a big deal in making it. There's some things that take over that urgency space. That's
Mhm.
something that get in there and make you not want to, even if you think you do, want to go as hard as you would if that was an emergency. If your shelter went away and your car went away and you didn't know what to do, there's a sense of urgency.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when those things in place, the urgency goes away.
Yeah, I understand that sense of urgency. And you're right. You're right. Because then it's not a priority. Your priorities shift when you're no longer in a survival mode or in a crisis, or
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or your need level shifts.
Yes, it shifts things. And that's why anytime I speak to people about finances, I also ask them about their health, how they're going, what program they're on, what they're doing towards building to where they want to be, because I know they're going to feel better. Every time I exercise in the morning, you feel better. You just feel better overall, and it makes you do better things for the day. And that's why exercise is so important. I know some people do it in the evening. I myself, years ago when I was, I always, because it was never for weight loss at those days. It was always just because how it made me feel in
Mm.
my own skin, and that's why I did it. It was not to lose the weight. So it was just about me feeling good after a really good workout, a really good
It's
dance.
about health. It's all about health.
Yes, right. It was just the maintenance stuff for me. It never was a weight thing. So it was new territory for me. But I did start not journaling, but it could go on to journaling too. But I did start recognizing some things and writing it down because you guys know I'm a writer. So when things start to trouble, I write it down. I watch myself. I pace myself. I see what's going on and I really go deep. And some
Hmm.
deep discussion with yourself, people, means that you might have to take a day or two off from your work. You are so important. I don't care how important your business is, and you guys know I talk about money all the time, but you're so much more important that there's some times where you need a good day or two, some people a whole week, to go deep enough to investigate themselves and just be. And that investigation is not only writing and talking, it's listening, it's journaling, it's maybe watching a movie, it's maybe just going for a walk. This is just really examine yourself to see where you're at and putting it down. Because when this behavior visits you again, you
Hmm.
know what to do.
Ah.
You have a resource. You got a place to go to that you can develop. I'm going to give you an example here for sales.
Okay.
If you're selling, right? If you're
Uh-huh.
selling, you need to know where the people are coming from that is buying from you. And you need to have some kind of a log. I mean, there's tons of software, so I'm not going to name one. There's tons, but I'm going to go simple. Go to Google Docs, set it up, or go to, if you have Word, and go in there and you set it up. Here's where the people coming from. This is who buy from me. This is who didn't buy from me. And you jot everything down. And you supposed to understand that. So you understand how the money flows in. You understand where it's coming from. You understand what you do with it when it comes. You can do that same log for yourself in terms of how you feel. Here's how I'm feeling today. Because before you get depressed, you're sad. If you're sad and you're sad because of these three occurrences that happen one after the other, you get a test done, the result wasn't favorable. You're trying to work through that feeling. Like that's time to jot that down and categorize it. and ask what you can do about it, and then do it. And
Okay.
watch yourself have a resource to go to, and that's for the mind part of things. That is not even for the solution. Just so your mind can understand that you're dealing with it. When your mind is lazy, when it doesn't feel that you're dealing with stuff, it just gives you more crap in it. It produces more crap. Sorry, I get really
We're technical here. Okay. So what kind of crap are we talking about here, Caren?
it produces more crap. Here's one of the
No,
crap.
we like to keep it simple at bit. Tell me about this crap.
I'm not going to go off on a tangent today. You guys know I go off on a tangent. I'm going to be hip. I'm going to pull it back. All right.
Oh my
When
goodness.
that is happening, the crap I'm talking about, and you remember I talked about it the other day, instead of a glass of water, all of a sudden you want things that's not good for you. You want a slab of chocolate, You
Oh,
want to eat a whole bag of chips instead of a bowl of chips. Chips is okay, just a bowl of chips. You want to eat, instead of a few handful of grapes, you want to eat a whole bag of
okay.
grapes. It's a lot of sugar, right? You want to eat undo. So that's the health part. You want to do all these things, but in your head, if I took everything you ate that day and put it in front of you, you'd say, no, Karen, I didn't eat all that stuff. But if your mind is there, you're not aware. The awareness goes away. The awareness goes away.
Okay.
And when that awareness goes away, it leaves room for other things to start steeping in.
Okay.
You're
I
not
get
going to
it.
work out as you would. You're going to give yourself excuse to not, instead of 3 days a week, you just did 2. In the next month, you did 1 day. And then all of a sudden, you didn't do any days. But you
Hmm.
got excuses. Okay, watch it. So you start eating crap, you lessen your exercise, you get real sluggish with yourself, you're not selling as well as you can, there's not enough money coming in. You see where we're going? You see how it's interacting itself? And you start to feel so bad with yourself that you don't know where now to pick up the slack and start over. So you say, my business is not working well. I don't know what happened. Nobody's buying from me. I don't think I have the right product. I don't think my idea was the greatest. I think it was just for a season. Maybe I don't know how to do this. You start just evolving into this crazy ball of craziness. And you say to yourself, I am doing everything I can, but I'm not succeeding. Sure, you're doing everything you think you can, but you're not doing everything you must do. Everything you must do, you're not doing. You're not doing it.
Okay. So that must, I'm sure the must should be listed somewhere.
I had
So
this thing
the,
right up. I had this thing right up where I said people should say, put it up on the fridge. I think it was in my group. Put it up on your fridge and write the things you should do, you could do, and the things you must do. And every day, probably for 90 days, write it down and see where you are and see how much could you talk about and how much should you talk about and watch how much must you talk about. And most people, their could and should list is longer than their must list.
oh yeah.
And let's talk about food for a bit in the health department. You can go to the dollar store, you guys got a Dollar Tree, whatever, and you buy
Yes.
some little containers. And if you were to set it up, and that's what I did, stare me in my face here. So you set up a little bit of grapes, a little bit of nuts, a little bit of whatever, however
Mm.
you're eating, right? For the day, once you get used to it, you don't even finish your parcels. You don't even finish your containers. But if it's just open season, you eat more than
Because you're grazing.
yes, because of what's going on in your brain, because what's happening to you, because what it's telling you, what's happening in there. What you're really fighting in your brain is the anxiety of the things you think you can't do. You don't know how to do to move you forward in your business.
Hmm.
But you open that door. So once you open that crack, the lies pile in. Because of course
Mm.
you can do it. This is your business. And of course you know that if you don't know, you know where to go find help to get it done. But the brain want to allow you to tap in on the feeling that you have that make you feel unworthy, your value is not there. Every single one of us, I don't care how great you are, have these tendencies in us. It doesn't go anywhere. It's there. And it's look for the crack to open, to revisit you, to tell you, to correspond with you. But when you take the time to find out about you, you have
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
resource to go to. You got a health resource, you got a financial resource. You're watching, you see which one of them is leaking, who is having problems, who is disturbed, who do I need to go and fix? How do I get them back together so that we can work as a unit? How do I get them back together? Where is the leakage? And finding that out, if you let it stretch too far, I know it's hard, but you're going to do it hard until you land soft. It feels hard. It's not hard, but it feels hard. It feels like a giant step to do,
Mm-hmm.
but you can do it. Each and every one of us. And if you're there right now, you don't have to say anything. You know you're there. Go fix it. Don't try to fix it all at once, but go fix it. Find out about you, whoever you are. Find out about you. Find out what is keeping you here. What is making you not do, must, all the must. If you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to build a website, why aren't you building the website? Oh, because you don't have pretty pictures. Well, that's a lie. Build a black and white website. That's it. Everything in black and white. Because that's what you could do right now. That's it. Because that's probably you can't pay for lead pages. So you, or you could, but you don't want to, you're not ready for. So you can stick a sales page on your site. That's what you have. Because you're gonna sell from that. And if you are not fit and you need to fix that, then you walk. And if outside is bad, you walk up and down your step around your house, around and around, 6 times, 12 times. You look your face in the mirror and deal with your emotions. I am fat and I'm 55 and I would like to lose whatever. You need to tell you that. That's not a shame. That's like admitting I'm 55 and I'm not where I want to be. Here's the 3 things I'm willing to do to get there, even if it take me 2 years, and you write it down. And then once that's settled, then you move away and you write each step out totally. This is just you and the paper. Nobody gonna see it. And you fix that, because every time your brain say to you, well, you're fat and no wonder you eat fried chicken, you say, well, that's not true because I stopped eating fried chicken and I'm working out and I'm selling my product and
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on my creativity. You got a resource to go back to because your brain is used to that. So you have to tell it.
Wow. Well, Bruna has a comment here. Hey Jay, how you doing? She says, yes, being active partially mitigates negative self-talk, anxiety, and allows for perseverance, I think, and determination to work through challenges. Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Because I mean, if you start working out and you keep hearing that you're not going to lose the weight, you're not going to lose the weight. I promise you, if you did 100 walking steps, at some point it's going to shut up. At some point, it's going to shut up. No, it's going to come back tomorrow. There's no question. And it's going to come back the next day. But once you persevere and you get past whatever goal you set for yourself, and then the next goal and the next goal, you're going to feel better. And when you're feeling better, you're a
Mm,
better producer, which means financially you will be rewarded. That's it. It just can't help but connect itself. I look back at every single thing when I set this up with the interconnection this morning. This month, sorry, because I wrote the whole thing for this month, all the different sections, and I looked at it again this morning. And I said it is so interconnectable that is unbelievable. And the other thing I wanted to say is, I saw this. This is not mine. Somebody had a quote that I read this morning saying that we talk about self love, but one of the things about self love is the discipline to be consistently working on you. And I thought, what a quote!
wow.
That is self care because you're constantly doing it. Every single person who is successful continuously, not the whop of the wind, the continuously successful person
Hmm.
is consistently bettering themselves, not trying to perfect themselves, bettering themselves day in, day out in small, small portions. Because every weight gainer gained it tiny, small portions. It wasn't big. Everybody that is in a certain space did it very slowly. It's almost microscopic, or you need a magnifying glass to see how small it was to get you where you don't want to be. It is so small.
Brenda's got to go. Okay.
Cameron, thanks for joining us live. It's so small that you
Mhm.
need that to see how small it was. How small it was. It was the extra cup of popcorn, over time. I remember one time I got up and we had movie night Friday, and I'm like, you know how many crap we eat movie night? It's not like we shouldn't eat it, but we eat like crazy amounts on every 4 nights a month. Holy crap. And
Mhm.
that's what we do with ourselves. Stretch it over to business. That's what we do with our business. We come in, and if we didn't do what we're supposed to do, whatever that is for our business, and we let it go, then we lost a day. Then we let it go again, we lost another day and another day. And then all of a sudden,
Mm.
we lost a week. We
Wow.
can't get it back.
Wow.
All right. Off my soapbox.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think this is a great topic, Coach, because this is Thanksgiving week here in the United States. I know you guys celebrated last month, but we're getting ready to do a lot of eating. The holidays are coming.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year's,
Yes. Everything. Loaded.
and people are baking and sharing. And the minute you start to watch your weight, people
That's when
bring
it
you
comes.
things. People bring things to your desk. People bring things to your door. Hi, it's the holidays, and I just thought I'd do this for you. Thank you so much.
Yep. That's what you say. You say
Uh,
thank you because they don't know what you're dealing with. So you say thank you, but you know what you need to do. They're just your testers. Did we talk about the testing? Yep, those are your testers. They just come in to test you. I think the best time to go on a lifestyle change is during the holidays. You see how strong you are,
because if you can resist under that kind of pressure, yeah,
right?
then you can change it to a lifestyle.
Yes,
Mm, I
exactly.
agree.
Exactly. This is not a bad time. This is a good time. And I'm not
Mhm.
telling here to tell anybody you can't eat nice things. No, 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 because can't eat her nice things. I'm just saying you got a proportion, you got to watch it, you got to watch your serving, and that's all you need to do, and you need to work
Things
on
in moderation.
it. Yes, that's it.
I'm sure Jill will agree with us from over here on the breathing space.
Yeah.
And then Maureen was in here earlier, and she does the table of six and teaches people how to cook to live. So
Oh,
I think this was a really timely topic. Now, I do want to remind everybody that we're not going to be here tomorrow,
yeah,
Caren. It's
yeah.
Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, so we're actually going to take the day off here at Bishop. I have to announce this because we're here so,
Yeah,
so much, and
you're
we have
off.
been here
You
on
are
holiday.
closed on Thursday. Are you guys open on Friday?
Yes, we'll be back on Friday for
Okay. Okay.
Tech Diva Weekly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're not taking Thursday and Friday off. You guys are
we're
back
just
on
taking Thursday.
Friday. Okay.
Okay, and we'll be live on Friday. If not, you'll see a little meme up there on Friday saying, "Hey, we decided to extend the holiday."
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness! So
Good.
tell us quickly in a review how our health and our wealth interconnects.
In review,
Mhm.
our health is a direct connection with our wealth and vice versa. If you are wealthy and you're not taking care of your health, what's going to
Mhm.
happen?
Mm,
You're going to be depleted. And
yes.
if you are, healthy, but you are not looking after your wealth, you also not going to be healthy for long because you're going to fall in that bracket where you can't afford and you can't do. So they connect itself. And the bigger picture is it starts up here. It starts with your brain. It starts telling you. It starts, um, manipulating you, if you will. It starts taking over and your subconscious really do a work on you and you are not in control anymore, and you
Mm,
don't want to do that. You want to be in control of yourself, and the moves that you know you need to make. So don't let that subconscious do that to you. Don't let it take you over. Don't let your comfort zone become your enemy, if you will. It's not an easy task. I'm not trying to tell you it's easy. It's easy, but it don't feel easy to do. Because why wouldn't you want to be comfortable? Why wouldn't you? But comfort to not to the state where you just let in everything go. Comfortable enough, but not over comfortable. And the comfortable enough means, you still have to get up. You got to get up and be a little bit uncomfortable. You got to work out. You got to eat right. You got to watch your budget. Get up every day, open your bank account, see where it's at. Watch your budget. Go there, see what you're spending, where you're not spending. Those are important things. Go to your resource, see what you're eating, what you're not eating. Those are your resources for you. All right.
All right. Beautiful. All right. Hold on. We got a comment here from
Oh, breathing space.
Bill. Thank you, Coach Caren, for the mental, physical health, and wealth connection. Yes, monitor the comfort zone. Yes, everyone needs time off. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Wow.
Everyone does. Everyone does. And that time, that space and time to find out yourself and look inside of you is just so important. It's just, you're not wasting time when you do that.
It's
You're
a
just
time of
become like a better person.
self-discovery and
Yeah.
rest.
That person.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, the Biz Chicks will be off tomorrow. I'm going to repeat it. They're not here, and they might not be here Friday. We don't know yet, but for sure tomorrow. No. They're going to spend some time with the fam.
Yes, we're going to take time out and celebrate family. With that, I just want to remind everybody, don't forget to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you here Friday. So with that, have a great weekend. Bye-bye. If we don't see you Friday, we'll see you Monday for Coffee Thoughts. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.